Hello, my name is Tatum. I chose to do my extra credit vlog over a topic that's been in the media recently. It is over the indictment of Sean Diddy Combs, and I found my source on a website from the United States Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York. It is a government-ran website which makes it highly credible. Damon Williams, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, and Williams S. Walker, the acting special agent in charge of the New York Field Office of Homeland Security Investigations, released information on the indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. In this article, it was said that Diddy was arrested last night and charged in a 3-count indictment with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The indictment unsealed today alleges that between 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others and led a racketeering conspiracy that engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice, among other crimes. From at least 2008 through the present, Combs led a criminal enterprise that excited to facilitate his abuse and exploitation of women, to protect his reputation, and to conceal his conduct. As part of that criminal enterprise, Combs, along with other members and associates of the enterprise, committed crimes including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Among other things, Combs' sexual abuse of women included causing them to engage in frequent day-long sexual activities with male commercial sex workers, some of whom were transported over state lines. These events, which Combs referred to as freak-offs, were elaborate sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, and often electronically recorded. To ensure participation in freak-offs, Combs used violence and intimidation and leveraged his power over victims. Power he obtained through obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, exploiting his financial support to them, and threatening to cut off the same and controlling their careers. Combs also threatened his victim, including by threatening to expose the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of freak-offs if the women did not comply with his demands. Combs' efforts to control women included repeatedly physical abuse. Combs assaulted women by, among other things, striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. Combs similarly assaulted witnesses to his abuse. These assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. To commit these crimes, Combs relied on his power as the leader of a multifaceted business empire. Employees of Combs' businesses, including high-ranking supervisors, security staff, personal assistants, and household staff, acted as Combs' intermediaries to, among other things, arrange travel and hotel rooms, stock the hotel rooms for Combs' commercial sex activities, contact or locate women and other individuals whom he targeted for abuse, and conceal and cover up the abuse. This criminal concealment included efforts to prevent law enforcement from learning about this abuse. If you believe you are a victim of a crime perpetrated by Sean Combs, please contact HSI at sextraffickingoutreach@hsi.dhs.gov or via their mobile tip line at 1-877-4-HSI-TIP and reference this case. I think this is a great article to be posted by such a credible source. For all the victims out there, they may have never came forward and may see this article and finally get the courage to come forth and contact the HSI. This gives us an idea of how evil one could be and the power that having fame and fortune could influence people to look the other way and mind their business. I think the victims that have came forth already can help with giving courage to others to come forth as well. It is refreshing to know that hearing straight from the U.S. District Attorney's Office that Diddy is arrested and not in our community anymore, that he faces up to life in prison for his horrendous actions. I hope all the victims and survivors of his abuse can feel a little better knowing he is finally locked up.